Hi, this is TJR. What I just played was the opening vocal and guitar passage of Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin. Whenever I would play Over the Hills and Far Away live, I always knew who the guitarists were in the audience. Everybody else would be, oh, cool, he's playing Zeppelin. But the guitarist would always kind of like be giving me a second look like, how are you doing that? Because Jimmy Page's guitar is going one way, Robert Plant's vocals are going another way. And coordinating the two of them is very difficult, as most guitarists will tell you. I mean, I think this holds true of just any instrument as well. Now, it's one thing if you're writing a song, you can coordinate the guitar to fit whatever vocal line you want to sing. But it's very different when you have to play someone else's song, coordinate the vocals, or even more so if you have to play a song like in Led Zeppelin's case where the guitarist is doing one thing, not having to have to worry about singing, and the vocalist is doing another thing and not having to worry about playing guitar. And so I'm making this video in response to the many people who have asked me, can you teach me how to play and sing at the same time? There's a few very simple tips and techniques that I use. And some songs are harder to do this with than others. Some take more work, some take less work. Now, if you've never ever played and sung at the same time, I recommend you start with something really simple and easy. A good starting point is the verse to the song Just What I Needed by the Cars. This is because the guitar is just a simple pulse. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Like that. That's how I count that in my head. But then you add the vocal. I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. Now, even with a song as simple as this, you want to first slow it down, and you might also want to simplify too. Let's slow it down. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. Slowing it down lets you better grasp how your vocal should fit with your rhythmic playing, or I should say your vocal phrasing with your rhythmic phrasing. And you may also stop and think to yourself, okay, when the chords change, what lyric do you hit? 1, 2, 3, I don't mind you. And with that song, you could literally sing it with each downstroke. I don't mind you coming here. Coming, you hit the B chord. And wasting all my time. Time, you hit the A flat chord. Now, once again, this is very simple. But once again, if you've never done it before, please start with something very simple like this. Now, the chorus is a little trickier, but I think just the verse, if you can just try the verse. Another reason why I suggest this particular song is just to give yourself a little confidence. Prove to yourself you can do this. Another tip to bear in mind when you're doing this is don't worry about whether you're singing great or not, okay? Really don't. Worry about your phrasing. Worry that your phrasing is in time, that it fits with the chord changes. So even if you're not singing great, I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. I've even simplified the rhythm even more by just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Later on, as you get used to doing that, as you practice it a few times, you can then be a little looser. I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. Like that. Now, after you've had a little time doing that, you want to move up to maybe something a little harder. Another good example I like to throw out is Johnny Be Good. It uses, of course, a very basic rock rhythm. Most guitarists know how to do this. I'm going to do it, of course, in the key of A. And now, of course, the song. Deep down Louisiana, close to New Orleans, we're back out in the woods among the evergreens. Okay. Now, once again, slow it down and dissect it. Deep down in Louisiana, deep down. When I say down, I come down on the A chord. Deep down in Louisiana, close. Let's take that apart. Deep down in Louis, that's where I move up here. Louisiana, I come back down here, close to New Orleans. You want to figure out where your vocals hit on where your fingers hit on your fretboard. Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans. Now, if this is difficult, simplify the guitar line even more so that you can learn how to do the vocal phrasing with it. Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back out in the woods among the evergreens. This little log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. By simplifying the rhythm there, I'm better able to fit in the vocal phrasing. And then you practice that, and you practice that. And then after a while, do the full rhythm. Do it slowly. Deep down Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back out in the woods among the evergreens. Like so. After you get that down, speed it up a little. Down Louisiana, close to New Orleans, we're back out in the woods among the evergreens. Like so. And every song is a different puzzle. And I say this even if you're just learning how to play a song without singing. Every song is a different puzzle. The more puzzles you solve, the better you get at solving them. You'll find things that repeat in certain songs that you can use the knowledge you had from the previous song you learned into the new song you're learning. And the same holds true for playing and singing at the same time. Some songs are more difficult than others. And each time I approach a new song and I have to sing and play it, and it's not something I've written, I have to slow it down and dissect it, take it apart. There might be just one little section I'm having trouble with, in which case I want to just concentrate right on that one little section. As an example, going back to You're Just What I Needed by the Cars. Prior to making this video, I took a moment to kind of refresh my memory on what the chords were to that song, and I'd never sung it before, so I kind of like went over the chorus a few times, and I found I had a little difficulty with one part of the chorus. The chorus, to play the chords, are... That's where you're singing, you know, I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to please. So in doing that, I found I had a little difficulty going, I guess you're just what I needed. That little right there, you can see I had a little trouble right there. So, I guess you're just what I needed. Now that first time, I simplified. I went, instead of going, I went, I only hit it once. That's the C sharp. I only hit it once. So I could get out the needed, because that's where it hit. I guess you're just what I needed. Like that. Practice it a few times. After a while, you can start to get in the... That's what I have to do. I'm no different. So, I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to please. That time I did it. And never sang and played that chorus before. But I had a little trouble right with that one spot there. That's what I do. I find that one little spot that I'm having trouble with, and I take it apart. I I guess you're just what I needed. And it's on that, singing that needed and going, that's where I had trouble. I guess you're just what I needed. So you're watching me actually figure this out right here on the spot. And now, of course, I've been doing this for years, so this is a skill that I've developed. But you can do the same. You just have to take it apart, bit by bit sometimes, piece by piece. Start with something simple, work your way up. Every song you work on, you may find that you have to find a different way to figure out the phrasing. Moon Dance was one of those by Van Morrison that I had some difficulty with. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. And what I did is I memorized what words came when I hit the chord. So, well, it's a marvelous, hit the A minor. Well, it's a marvelous night. Night falls on the B. For a moon dance. There's the C. Moon dance fell on moon. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. And then back to the B minor chord there, which has no lyric there. But I had to take apart little sections of it to get the vocal phrasing right. Now, sometimes as you're playing a song, as you're grooving with it, either solo or with your band, you might slowly, unintentionally start to play it a little bit slightly differently from the original recording. Your phrasing of the lyrics might be a little different to better accommodate your playing. You might phrase the lyrics slightly differently. You might phrase the guitar slightly differently. And this just happens with time, and it starts to become more your version of the song. And there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with, if you're having difficulty, simplifying a section that you're having trouble with and then slowly unsimplifying it, I guess is what I should say. So anyways, there we go. I hope this video really helps. Like anything else, it's just work. Put in the work, you'll eventually be able to do it. This is TJR. Hope you found this video useful, and looking forward to checking out your comments. Thanks for watching.